I was just kind of shocked by, like, I saw an Aldi, there was massive queues outside, and I saw people stockpiling, and I just thought, like, we needed to sort of set something up within the community. I'm Serena. I'm a second year modern languages student at the University of Birmingham, and I've been volunteering here since mid-March. So I put a post out on Facebook and another community group, because I knew like a lot of mutual aid groups are being set up in the areas surrounding here. So I put a post out on Facebook asking if anyone wanted to get involved with setting up a community group or like a mutual aid group here. And we had like quite a few people respond. So then we set up a group chat with people that would help with like overseeing. And then we sort of reached out to the university as well. So we started off actually in Reese's lab, one of the other coordinators. So we started out our feed bank there in March, and then slowly like we realised we needed more space. So then we moved to Jarrett Hall, which was like, we reached out to the university and they said that they could help us with the space. So they gave us like, it's like a student hall sort of common room area. But that was quite a small space and we couldn't really social distance properly in there, so we needed a bigger space. So we reached out to Canvas and kindly they offered to help, and we've got a massive space here for everything that we need to do really, and it's grown so much since the start.
I'm Beth, I'm one of the hub leaders here at the Selly Food Bank. I joined probably end of March. Since then I've really got involved in the project and been doing all sorts of odds and sods. So initially I helped run the virtual quiz, and that was really good fun. We managed to raise, I think it was over £400 in the end. I initially heard about it on Facebook, saw Serena's posts on Fab and Fresh, and that was really good. And I got involved that way. Started doing driving and eventually kind of took over helping sort of organise the food bank.
So I've been helping with like overseeing and coordinating. I've been helping remotely online quite a bit in terms of sorting out like emails, sorting out our social media, and like rotas for each week as well. So a typical day in the food bank starts with collections in the morning. So one of the overseers will collect from one of our partners. We have loads of partners across Birmingham who've been helping out with food collections and deliveries as well. So the collections sort of take place in the morning, and then usually in the morning I'll look through emails and messages on Facebook with the other coordinators and see what needs to be done for the day.
Hi, I'm Catherine. I've been a volunteer at the food bank now for the last probably a couple of months. I found out about it through Facebook, and all through the coronavirus lockdown I've been at home because I'm a teacher, so I've been doing remote learning, but I found I had quite a lot of free time and I wanted to make sure that I was using it well to support people who are perhaps suffering a bit more from the pandemic. So when I saw the ad on Facebook, I just volunteered and have come along once a week ever since then. And it's been a really enjoyable experience. It's a little bit social, which is nice, particularly in those early days of lockdown. And it's quite nice to know that you're doing something for the community and people who are in need, and sadly there's a lot of those around.
And then the food bank shifts start at 1, so we've got a shift from 1 to 2:30, and in that shift, so that's mainly sort of like unloading all the collections and donations that we've had, and then sorting through those in the food bank. We've got conveyor belt system going along in the food bank, so it starts with like PPE, so when volunteers come in, then they'll put like, we've got gloves and masks provided for them, and then it moves on to boxes, so we have boxes and bags, so in terms of making a parcel, so the volunteers will pick up a bag with or box, and then move on to the next section, which is toiletries. And then we've got, after that, the conveyor sort of goes on to like carbohydrates, so like pasta, rice, noodles, that sort of stuff. And then we've got loads of fresh vegetables coming in as well, like tomatoes, broccoli, lettuce. And we also have a quarantine zone. So if we get big bags of rice or pasta or fresh fruit and vegetables that need to be separated into smaller bags for our parcels, so in the quarantine zone we've got bags for those to be separated into. And in the quarantine zone, whoever's helping out needs to be wearing full PPE, so gloves, hairnets and masks as well, just for health and safety. And then we've got also like tin cans of like pasta sauce, canned vegetables, canned fruit, all sorts of stuff. And then we've got like tea, coffee, and also sanitary products and toiletries as well upon request. So yeah, and we've also got kids' toys and activities that we put in parcels if there are kids. And then after the parcels are made up, then they get sorted into the area where they go out for delivery and they get labelled. And then the drivers come and pick them up. So we've got allotted times for when the drivers come, and usually they take 5 to 6 parcels each. We've nearly helped 1,500 people, and that's from sending out over 800 parcels, but also with shopping requests and prescription requests too that we've been helping out with. So we have an overseer as well who will sort out the delivery routes, and he's been doing it so they're the least distance for drivers, so they're more environmentally friendly as well, so we're saving fuel at the same time, and we're just trying to be as eco-friendly as possible. And we sort of clean up the food bank, make sure it's ready for the next shift, sort of make sure we've got stock of everything, and also just doing as much recycling as possible too.
I think this project has been amazing purely because it has helped hundreds of people in Birmingham, and one of the cases that specifically got to me was we helped a lady who had fled domestic abuse, and she was living in a council house and had nothing, not even a cup of water to drink out of, and the community really pulled together. They got her literally everything she could want for her and her 2 sons. And to see the community pulling together for one of their own was incredible. It helped me really feel like this was worthwhile work.
Hi, I'm Lucas and I'm a student at the uni, and that's kind of how I came into, I found out about the food bank, just kind of through social media and seeing people that I knew get involved with it. And from that I figured that I had some time in my hands and I may as well help out, see what it's like. And it's just really quite a nice atmosphere, to be honest. Everyone's always like quite happy to help, quite enthused and like understanding of where everyone's coming from, and like looking to help each other and improve like the community in Birmingham, with everything that we're facing, not just now in this pandemic but in general, and how there are so many communities and groups in society who are being underserved and are falling through the cracks, intentionally or otherwise, and just seeing that you can come together and respond to that. I think literally around the corner from where you live is such a powerful thing to have on your doorstep, and to have that reminder that people can come together.
So I'm one of the growing number of people at the food bank who are not students, and I think it's been quite nice to work with the students in the food bank. But now obviously the summer holidays are here and many of them have gone away, so it's been a chance for me and perhaps some other members of the community to get more involved and integrate with the students a little bit more. Otherwise Selly is seen as one of those sort of student enclaves that, you know, doesn't really interact with the rest of the community. So I think it's been nice that, and they have been the driving force and the organising force, but it's nice for us to join together.
I just hope we carry on going and we keep this momentum up going forwards. I think it's really important, not just now, but in general, that we organise communities and are driven to look after the vulnerable people in our societies.
Keep sending out loads of parcels, keep helping people, because despite the fact that COVID is starting to ease, the lockdown is starting to ease, people are still struggling, people still need our help. And so to keep this project going is really, really important now, especially when people are starting to think that everything's okay. It's not. People have lost their jobs, people have lost everything, and we need to be there to support them.
And just a massive thank you really to everyone that's helped out, all the volunteers, all the coordinators, all of the other food banks and charities that we've been working with as well, and the council.